Alright, hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Birth by... This is not Birth by Sleep, Andy. This is Dream Drop Distance. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. When we last left off, we finished doing a little bit of training with the witch that is Lartine. And we finished some combat training with Marluxia. So now we're going to move on to investigative training with Vexen, which is not fun. And we're probably, honestly, I'm not going to worry about trying to get it 100% because it's a pain. He has somewhat of a condescending voice, so that's the one we're going to use. Now listen carefully. Your mission today is to perform reconnaissance in this area. Reconnaissance? What? What about fighting Heartless and collecting hearts? Oh, there's far more to the organization than that, boy. Our work wouldn't go half as smoothly if we didn't gather the needed intelligence beforehand. Fortunately, you are in good hands. I will be by your side today to help stimulate the insensate that mind of yours. Incident, maybe. First, look around the immediate area and report anything useful you find. And don't go wandering too far until you've carefully examined the clues closest at hand. I'll be honest, this is just annoying. I think they sell jewelry here. Anyone can see that. Oh man. Rude. Wow, what did they sell here? That's your job to find out, idiot. See, he's mean, for no apparent reason. I don't like him. Oh, hi guys. I'm also going to be starting Chain of Memories, by the way, today, at some point, probably either before or after church. I got a friend that's supposed to come by and pick up his wallet, so I had to wait on him. I guess this place sells clothes. Guess? Are you daft? What else would it be? The only thing that I don't like about, one of the big things I don't like about this game is it feels somewhat pointless to beat extra heartless. Like, at least in every other Kingdom Hearts game, beating, except for maybe Chain of Memories, or Recoded, it feels like, at least in those, you actually feel like there's a reason you're killing Heartless. Possessors. More. Because I'm surprised at how many of these things show up in this game. You only fight like one in in Kingdom Hearts 2. Gotcha, boy. Thank you. Nothing to examine over here. Probably gonna be a possessor, some possessors back in here. Yep, no, shadows. Okay. This part feels like it takes forever. I know at some point here you had to find tracks. Here they are. This spot's paved with different tiles. It looks like a road. Fascinating. And? We'll never get anywhere with you simply stating the obvious. The point isn't to wander around gawking. Analyze what you see. lot of shops. Well, there are a lot of shops. And... This could be the center of town? Could be? Are you asking me or telling me? Telling. Roxas, you're looking but not seeing. Here's what I see. This whole town was built along a mountain. That's why the road slopes. The roads slope. Hold on, let me start my timer. I forgot. I always forget to stop the stopwatch. Houses have been built along the terrace. And at the top is a station. The trains there are the town's primary system of transit. Up there, see that clock tower? That's the station building. Based on its location, we know the tracks are probably elevated. And this must be downtown, all these shops in one place. Now, what about this path you pointed out? Trams must run here. See, look closer. There are marks. You figured all that out just now? But that's just it. I only stated what I saw. There was no figuring involved. That's the next step. Analyzing the data you find. The clothing and jewelry shops tell us how these people live. This whole town is a blueprint of their lives. Distressing. Very distressing. Your mind wasn't made for this, was it? Well, you're not off the hook yet. And I didn't read that right, but it's okay. If I let you quit with these results, I'll be the laughing stock of the castle. Follow this path and investigate the remainder of the area. And stay on the path if you please. Everything you need to know about this plaza lies along it, provided you are capable of connecting the dots. An underground tunnel system is shuttered. Note the number over the door. At this gate's designation, it says number 4. Precisely 4, not 1, which means there are multiple gates. Poor Roxas. It's locked. You don't have to open every door we pass, you know. Try to remember that we run a covert operation. The town may be quiet, but it's not empty. If you allow yourself to be seen, you will become the target of investigation. Arches, staircases. Seems like an easy town to get lost in. Easy to get lost? Your job is to be mentally mapping this place. Think of this as a landmark. Consider it a clue. There's a big hole in the wall. I can see some woods on the other side. We're investigating the town now. Did they not teach you about these barricades? Yeah, they did. To be fair, if anything, I feel like that would be something he probably should focus on. Because, like, it shows that there's probably something else going on here. Or, like, there was some type of damage. It's definitely something worth noting. So I feel like Vexen's a little bit rough on him. I think he's rough on him, period, when it comes to all this crap. Examine. The entrance is shuttered. It looks like the roads lead right to this building. Hold on, folks. I am working on something. Or messing around with something. Okay. Then you should have already pieced together what this entrance is for. How long did this take us? 10 minutes. Alright then, what have you learned? Let's see. The town has a lot of overpasses and underpasses, and the trains seem to circle the plaza. Oh, and there was that entrance that looked like it led underground, but it was shuttered. Anything else? Huh? Never mind. We wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. You're showing some improvement at least, even if your natural talents do fall woefully short of my own. You're done, boy. Go ahead and RTC. I could have figured it out if I had more time. Oh, is that so? Then take all the time you like. But don't hold yourself up to my standard. Little steps for little minds. You're just a jerk. Well, that's all you are. And you know what? Just because I refuse to be made fun of that easily. We're going to try and get them all. I'm not going to waste too much time, but we are going to try. Screw you, little shadow. I know this is one. That entrance was with the shutters leads into this area, and then the road stops. We know that the road is for the tram. So this may be the tram yard. At least a modicum of intelligence. My teaching is paying off. I will stab you, and I'm so glad you die eventually. Spoilers, I'm sorry, but I hate vexen so much. But if you can't tell, this organization is probably not good. Like, we walk around in black cloaks. I mean, I won't say the organization, at least in this game, if I'm correct, is, or at least for a little while, is inherently evil, like it is in, because you deal with it in 2, 3, and channel memories, or 2, 3, 5, 8 days over 2 days, and chain of memories. This spot's out of the way and surrounded by buildings. But why would they leave this space open? They must have a reason. It's kept clean, which means what? People pass through here a lot. Precisely. Finally, a glimmer of insight. That was all. Okay, it was only 2 things. Thought it would take a lot longer, to be honest. Not bad. You're finally starting to see the bigger picture. But while I applaud your effort, you need to be able to see things at first glance. Oh, right. Your goal should be to gather the maximum amount of data in the minimum amount of time. Spend too much time dallying and you risk being seen. Sometimes the locals will be wary. You need to be warier. Is that a word? I understand. Today's mission was just an exercise. I am satisfied. Let's return. That's what we do, boys. We got the breakthrough. I really didn't even care about getting the extra stuff. I just really wanted to put a vexen in his place. I think we'll go out with Luxius next. That concludes today's mission. Any questions or concerns? How often do I have to do this? Whenever the organization needs to know more about a world, naturally. Every world is unique with its own terrain, values, heartless population, any number of variables that could be turned to our advantage in the missions ahead. Wait, every world? You mean there's more than one? Yes, boy. You didn't think you'd be mulling about here forever, did you? You will visit many worlds for many reasons, but our ultimate goal remains the same. Kingdom Hearts. That's right. Now come along. Y'all got to listen to my dulcet tones quite a bit throughout that one. Dodge roll. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Anyone that's watched my hold on. Later on, I discovered the job was more than just a commute between castle and the town. The walls between worlds are steep, so we create our own ways, dark corridors which lead to every place imaginable. But anyone that's watched my final episode of Kingdom Hearts 1 will know why I do the rolling around at the speed of sound every single time I play, every single time I use dodge roll. Roxas, I have decided to pair you with Luxius for your mission today. Come see me when you're ready. Luxius ain't so bad, if I remember correctly. Well, he's not an inherently bad person like some other people. Yes, what is it? Don't waste my time with idle chatter. Shop's not here yet. Marluxia! Numbers 13 and 14. Luxius, I trust you're ready. Very deep voice for a big man. Besides, we're not using high-pitched voices. And no, I'm not using a voice for women. I'm sorry. I won't go up to here when I'm talking. Because that makes me want to stab myself. And nobody wants that, right? Don't worry, y'all never have to hear me do that crap again. Because I will never do that again. I don't even know I did this time. Dot dot dot. So, do you know what a limit break is? No. It is the most powerful move at your disposal. One that only works when you are on your last legs. Big Shadow. A Heartless. Time for some practical application. Huh? God. I have to imagine that Luxius probably hits like crass. Ow, what was that for? Wake up. I mean, grow up, Roxas. You're fine. There, now you're on your last legs. Let's use your limit break and defeat the Heartless. Screw you too, Luxius. I know how to use this. I just realized we didn't put on dodge roll. It's okay. Ah, screw you. I will say I love the limit break. That is one thing I do love about this game. The limit break's pretty cool. Well fought. Yeah. Organization members are often asked to conduct solo missions. The only person you can count on out here is yourself. So I've noticed. You and that keylet are invaluable to the organization. With your job, however, comes risk. Each mission will pit you against more and more Heartless. And I have to face them if we're gonna complete Kingdom Hearts, right? Correct. So what happens when Kingdom Hearts is finished? What good does that do to us? We will unite with it. You and I will gain hearts of our own. I don't understand. When the time comes, you will. I really don't think Luxius is a full-on bad guy. I haven't played Chain of Memory, so I'm not 100% sure. I've watched most of it. I've watched all the important parts, but it's been a while. In the meantime, there are deeds to be done, and only you can do them. Now, remember Luxius, if you remember in Birth by Sleep, which I have played through and beaten, he is, seems like a pretty decent person, at least. So you need me. Yes. Are they good deeds? Good for the organization. Right. Luxius seems to I feel like he thinks a lot. We should return. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of dialogue in this game, so like y'all got to hear me talk a lot. Which if you don't like, I understand. Our group had its good apples, just like it had its bad, but everybody wanted the same thing, to complete Kingdom Hearts. What is Kingdom Hearts? What happens when we gather enough hearts and finish it? I didn't know. Then I still don't. But I'll fight for my chance to be someone whole. Fight against the darkness for however long it takes. Day 14. Friends. Hey, Roxas. It's you and me again today. Okay. Check in with Syx when, well, you know the drill. I don't know what they've cooked up for us, but let's get it done with style, huh? Right. Oh, by the way, Roxas, that'll be your first real mission. That means you should definitely prep your weapon beforehand. Oh, and if you want to practice what you've learned so far, we got the hollow missions all set up for you. Hollow missions. Yep, basically they're a way to re-experience missions you've already been assigned. It's really weird if I had to voice act someone like freaking Kyrie. Voice act. I feel like that's not the right wordage for what I'm doing, but it's okay. Alright, this is what I love. I'll do that. And so I'm going to show you guys real quick, like, this is why I'm not a huge fan of the way they do keyblades in this game. So you see if I click keyblade, because there's, of course, items, armor, which we don't have any, magic, which we have a little bit, abilities, keyblades, accessories, which we don't have any, and minerals, basically, or crafting items. Well, keyblades has this, a skill gear, right? Well, here's why I'm not a huge fan of it. This is how you change the way your keyblades look. For instance, this is my new keyblade. I don't dislike the keyblade designs in this game, but to me they're definitely not as good as every other game. Because in this, they're very much trying to be resemblant of a nobody. So they have a nobody's key, so it looks like something a nobody would wield. And man, I just got a huge headache. But yeah, that's one thing I'm not a huge fan of this game. I still like it though; it's still fun. But however, that is all the time I've got for this episode. No, sorry, y'all. I'm tired. That's not what I meant to do. That is, however, all the time I have for this episode, and I keep clicking the wrong buttons. In the next one, we will move on with Axel to the next day. But for now, we are done. We're still level 1 after an hour of play. It shows you how slow this game kind of is. And it's probably going to be a pretty long game. But, nevertheless, I am Steel. And as always, again, I messed up my somewhat of an outro that I'm starting, I guess. But, either way, I guess it's the closest thing I have to an outro. I am Steel, and I am out.